Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel of EcoIpsum. This is the video lecture of Basic Economics, Lecture 1, Note 2. In this video, I will talk on the principles of economics. These are the set of common principles which all economic analyses build upon. The first set of principles are involved to individual choice. The first principle under this title is related to making choices. When the limitation in resources are concerned, every individual has to make some choices. These constraints might be time or money, the income. When a choice is taken one or another, the alternative is foregone. Economists assume that individuals make their choices rationally. A choice is rational if it is made by weighing up or comparing the benefit or cost of taking this choice. Two simple examples for better explaining this principle may be shown as follows. First, think of a high school graduate who can choose going to college or beginning to work without having a college diploma. The other example for this principle is that a college student can choose studying 2 hours of economics over playing video games for the same amount of time. The second principle under the title of individual choice is about the opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the best alternative foregone when a choice is made. Actually, the true cost of every choice is its opportunity cost. Because when you choose something, you sacrifice what you have not chosen. So there is always a trade-off in choosing. Let's consider the high school graduate example given before. The opportunity cost of going to the college for the high school graduate is not being able to earn money at an early age. So the graduate has to trade two alternatives, one over the other. The third principle is related to marginal choices, that mean thinking at the margins. In real life, some decisions have to be made in every incremental parts of the choices you are trying to make. For example, as an economics student, you don't have to choose either playing video games or studying economics strictly for 2 hours. Instead, after rational thinking and weighing up the benefits and costs, you may decide playing video games for 45 minutes and studying economics for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Then in another day, you just remember that your long-term goal is to become an economist. Hence, in line with your career goals, you can increase your study time for additional 5 minutes and decrease playing time for 5 minutes. What you do here by considering your goals is comparing every incremental benefit of 5 minutes of playing and studying rationally. In other words, if the benefit of additional 5 minutes studying is larger than additional 5 minutes of playing video games, you eventually choose studying lesson. So marginal choices rise when how much question is asked, and thinking at the margins involve consuming a little bit less or a little bit more. The latest principle is involved in incentives. Incentives drive the behavior of individuals. When taught with the rationality in making choice principle, people exploit every opportunity which makes them better off. They benefit that chance until reaching a point that gives them the ultimate saturation. What I am trying to imply is that incentives are the main stimulus for actions of individuals. The incentive, for example, for a high school graduate to go to college is to earn more money with having a better job. The second set of principles are related to the interactions. The first principle under this title of interactions is that trade makes people better off. This principle may be better understood by giving an example. Think a farmer who takes her time producing agricultural goods, then brings these goods to the market and trades them with new clothes produced by a dressmaker who takes his time sewing clothes. If the farmer allocated her time to producing both agricultural goods and sewing dresses, her productivity would decrease considering the time constraints. Hence, instead of producing two different goods, she produces only one type of goods, agricultural, and trades them with another type of goods that she doesn't produce, the clothes. This specialization of the farmer in one type of production results in gaining from trade. Without trade, she would be less efficient by performing two different. The second principle under the title of interactions is that markets enable equilibrium. As being said, people follow their incentives that urge them to exploit opportunities. By doing so, they become better off. Markets where individuals interact by exchanging either the goods or their labors bring these benefit-seeking people together and enable them to bargain. In other words, markets act as intermediators for the economy. Markets also ensure optimality by acting in a natural mechanism that usually converges to an equilibrium point in which people fully exploit the utmost benefit they may own. The third principle under the title of interactions is that efficiency should be enabled for a society to reach its goals. Efficiency means resources are exploited in a way that the highest benefit that they can provide is obtained. This requires resources to be allocated optimally and to be used unwastefully. At that point, trade comes into play, as trade ensures the maximum gain possible. What has to be mentioned is that trade provides this maximum gain by the means of market. The fourth principle under the title of interactions is that markets enable efficiency in most cases. Whenever a market ends up with an equilibrium point, making the participants to the market better off, thanks to the natural mechanism, so-called invisible hand, it usually ensures efficiency, provided also that no resources are wasted. However, there are also some cases in which efficiency couldn't be ensured by the means of market. This issue also brings us to the latest principle under the title of interactions, which is that market failures may necessitate governments to intervene to the market because markets sometimes fail to produce efficient allocation of resources. One of the reasons of why markets fail is unpredictability of individual behaviors. Another reason for government interventions could be shown as this: some goods are unable to efficiently managed by the market. In such cases, government interventions are thought to be beneficial because they help society to achieve its goals. The third and the final set of principles are related to working of the whole economy. The first principle under this title involves repercussion in the economy. In a market economy, when an individual or a consumer spends money on goods and services made available by a firm to the market, the seller or the firm earns money or income. When the firm pays the salary of a worker or the individual, this time the individual earns money or income. This may be also formulated as your spending is my income. The second principle related to the economy-wide repercussions is that the paths of overall spending and overall production may sometimes not be in line with one another. For instance, if overall spending is larger than overall production, inflation may increase. On the contrary, if overall spending is smaller than overall production, the economy may experience a recession. The third and the latest principle related to economy-wide repercussions is that overall spending can be directed by the government policies. This can be done either by arranging taxes, the money supply, or government spendings. This brings us to the end of this video. Don't forget to push the like and the subscription buttons, and please visit oikoipsum.com. I will see you in another video. Bye.